Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I am your host, David Striggy, and here I have another review for you of a couple of filmmakers. I don't know whether the one is from Detroit, but I know that the other is. And the film was filmed in 2005 by directors Matt Cantu and Lance Kawas. Not sure if I'm saying it the correct way, but this was the first film that is under the direction of Lance Kawas and Matt Cantu's, I believe, as well. So, well, actually, Secrets of Fenville was the first for Matt Cantu, but working together with this director, they created a slasher film that I think that was pretty decent, and it's called Silent Scream, not to be confused with the 1973 film called The Silent Scream. But it's called Silent Scream nonetheless. And here's what the film looks like. Definitely a cool looking cover. So we have a student body of figures, young college students, who are evidently in a professor's class. And they're getting ready to go to a retreat that the professor had put in place for them for helping him out with his research. So we have two main characters, technically, per se, whose names are Nicole and Mark, played by Melissa Schumann and Scott Vicarius. Mark evidently, well, before I get into their situation, the film starts out with an African American and apparently a buddy of his are out in the middle of nowhere in a car, and then suddenly we see the one guy get strangled, and that's when we go into to seeing the students in class, and they're given keys to go to a resort out in the middle of nowhere. They even have to take a ferry in order to get there. Now, I like that this film shows kind of that, you know, that young student kind of a vibe where evidently the young folks can actually appreciate some of the female figures in the film, because when two of the guys are actually going over the ferry, one of the driver actually like stares full on at the young girl who's asking for the money from him, her chest area, and he leers at her. He just stares at her, and that's kind of what what a young boy, young man, kind of acts when he's evidently crushing for the first time. In any case, so there were definitely some different vibes going on there. So, so as it seems, there are three groups going out separately to go to this retreat, and some get there, some party, some start to get killed, and it's all by a ski masked, hooded figure that evidently just starts killing them off one by one. And the other thing that this film has to do with is dreams and the way one can control another. And that's all I really want to say about the film. What I liked is that each of the kills were different. There were decapitations. There were people suffocated by bags over the face. There were some dismemberments in this film, and they were cut really good. I even enjoyed a moment where one of the kids ended up being killed in the bathroom, and when the lights flickered on and off, you could see the figure, and then you couldn't see the figure, and then you could see the figure. I liked the camera angles when that happened. This was definitely a very, very decent slasher flick, and it felt like it had an 80s kind of a vibe. Even when the second group of people came and they turned on the radio, it was just like music and no words or whatnot. And that was an 80s kind of a thing, you know. It was just elevator music. But yeah, I liked the tone of the film. I liked how everything was everything was placed just right. It definitely had enough victims to show, and it definitely had an area of intrigue towards the very end. It left you thinking that there was going to be more, and that's what I liked about the film. I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to this film. But that being said, I really enjoyed the presence of the killer. I liked that for much of the film you couldn't see exactly what was inside the hood up until like the very end. You didn't realize he was actually wearing a ski mask. And you never really figured out who was behind the mask either. So up until like the very end, where they made a quick suggestion about who it actually might be. So I fairly enjoyed this film, and I hope that those of you who are out there who enjoy slasher films, go ahead and see this film. It was definitely intense, and yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed my description of this film. Like and subscribe to my page if you have not. Definitely check out some of my other reviews. I'll definitely have some more cool reviews coming. I was entertained by this film, and there was definitely enough suggestion of gore that left it titillating for at least the slasher genre. In any case, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are.